Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena 1v1 between the Viper playing in green as the Byzantines, his opponent JorDan in red as the Britons. And yeah, welcome back. It's been a while and there's not going to be too many games in the future, sadly. I really don't have the time. My laptop is somewhat giving up and I have a PC, but it's not a good one. It was a cheap one. It's one to work with. So I don't know how many games I will cast for Master Arena 6. This game happened like, was it 4 weeks ago, maybe mid of May 2021, Viper and JorDan playing a rated game of Arena, and both players are signed up for Master Arena 6, which is about to happen in a few days from now, I think. The sign-up should close really soon. Seeding-wise, the top 8 advances to the finals round of 16 immediately. Viper currently seeded number 1, I think JorDan number 5. So this could as well be a preview for the Master Arena 6, like top round of 16, round of 8 in theory. They won't see each other in the top 16, of course. And I'm really curious to see how good JorDan has become. On Arena is not really playing it very often, I guess. I don't know though. And Viper, let's be honest, he is still the tournament favorite for any Master Arena 6 tournament, because in the last year and a half, I don't know, we have seen other players like Hera, Leary, Yo, Doubt. Not quite sure if Doubt signed up. I hope he's going to sign up for Master Arena 6. They won some tournaments, and Viper is not the always winner, the person who is always guaranteed to win. So this has been interesting, but on Arena it feels like Viper should still be ahead of all the other players. So I'm going to be really curious to see how he's going to perform in this tournament. I'm really happy to see that he's signed up already. You remember Master of Socotra, where he signed up like half an hour late, but Master Arena 6, I guess he's taking it seriously, and of course the admins, shout out to John Slow and Draken, who are going to stream lots of the Master Arena 6 games, I imagine. They are hosting this tournament. They got a prize pool of at least $3,000, which is amazing. I really like to see this. I'm guessing that a few of the other clowns are also going to stream, like I think Derp is streaming. Who else is streaming from the clowns? Modry is streaming. Modry also signed up. He's currently in the top 8. I'm not quite sure if he's going to make it to the top 8, or maybe he has to play the qualification stage then in with the 64 players. Let's find out. But I think we're going to see a lot of content on Twitch, and most likely some of this is going to YouTube as well, at least from the later stages of this game. I guess we can go into this game now, see what it's all about. Viper with the Byzantines, a very, very versatile civilization. They got so much. They get siege rams and onagers, of course, bombard cannons. They have paladins even, hussars, not fully upgraded, but they have with arbalest. Elite skirmishers, halberdiers, also cheap, heavy camels, which probably not going to be needed in this game against the Britons here. I think they even get, do we get champions, or are they missing champions? And then you have the option to go for cataphracts, which is always amazing. Usually not happening in 1v1, but in theory it's a great unit. And ooh, JorDan going in, that's a little bit of a mistake. Saying shit already. Yeah, and of course you don't want to lose the scout. Byzantines have great monks, so you want to have your scout alive. Remember last time I had a monk Civ. Okay, Viper is teasing me a little, and I'm pretty sure JorDan is going to lose the scout. I don't see a way for Viper to lose his scout and not kill JorDan's. JorDan with the Britons, of course a very, very strong civilization on Arena. They have those cheaper TCs, allowing them to boom easier. Also taking the sheep faster is a really nice bonus. We will probably be seeing Arbalest here with possibly 11 range. They get the Warwick trebuchets. Early Cavalier sometimes is an option, but I guess not in this one. They have champions available, halberdiers available, of course very strong elite skirmishers as well. Light Cav, I'm pretty sure they don't get hussars, and they will never get hussars, I hope, because that would somewhat not break the balance, but break the idea of the game and the idea of Britons being an archer civilization. But it looks like JorDan wants to contest the map for the relics, and having a look at the map, they are really close to each other. That's JorDan's second stone, one relic between the two players. The other 4 relics on the left hand side of the map. Extra gold here, 1 relic, extra stone, then it's relic number 3, number 4 to next close to an extra gold, and number 5 close to an extra stone here. So we should see a fight for the relics here. JorDan's map, not really too pretty. 3rd gold forward outside, makes sense. Main stone forward, main gold forwardish on the far side. Only the 2nd gold safe in the back. A little bit of space to boom if he needs it. But it's not the prettiest map I've ever seen. Viper is still on the way up to Castle Age. But JorDan, of course, 2 villages less. That means he's faster. And he is going for the scouts. He does not want to allow the Viper to go for all the relics. Viper is going for a few spearmen. He's got a barracks and no stable for him, so it's going to be Spearman to protect the monks, and Viper now up to Castle Age, going with a monastery immediately. That makes sense. He's got a second gold safe in the back as well, main gold on the side. This is actually open. Viper should close it possibly. Second stone here, close to that gap outside, main stone forward as well, and a third gold forward outside, so I guess all in all it's quite fair considering the maps in the resource positions. Now we should see the first monks coming out really soon. Viper is on the way to produce a monk, and the first monk from JorDan already out. JorDan is not going for that relic between them. I'm not sure why. Viper is patrolling with 3 spearmen here, and we have 3 scouts to maybe try and engage, but 3 spearmen against 3 scouts, that's a tough battle to win. And we have 1 conversion, but also a dead monk. No, interesting. Is that monk going to die? Now Viper is getting another hit, and that monk is actually getting killed by a spearman. Yeah, that's your destiny now. You're dead. You were sacrificed for the greater good. We should see TCs coming up for Viper here, 1 on the wood line. He doesn't have a really good wood line at all, and he may need to move onto this far away wood line later on. 30 TC on the main gold, no villages on gold right now. Sanctity on the way, and more fights happening in the middle. Viper has a ton of spearmen still, that's 5 at least, and also got a scout cav here. Is that his original scout, or did he just convert that one? I didn't see it. JorDan with the TC on the wood line on the right hand side, on TC wood line, and a second gold on the left. Nice TC spots for him. Walling off a little bit with the monastery. There should be 1 relic inside here, but JorDan wasn't able to pick up a second relic yet, and it looks like Viper, with the big amount of spearmen that is getting cheaper of course, is able to grab most of these relics. JorDan moving in with the scout cavs now, but Viper is dropping the relics immediately, is trying to go for conversions, and I think he should maybe get that scout. No, not happening, but he might be able to get the relics, and another monk going down for JorDan. So Viper seems to be in good shape here when it comes to defending the relics and grabbing as many relics as possible. JorDan going for handcart now. Viper on the way up to Imperial Age with Loom on the way. Interesting to see. I imagine we're going to see bombard cannons done early on. Of course, Byzantines with the cheaper Imperial Age as well, allowing them to go up a little bit faster, and that sometimes makes a difference. But Viper for now doing handcarts a little bit behind in villagers by 14, no, by 6, what is 18? Is 18 actually, 81 to 64 now, 70 villagers behind, and sea trams coming up forward. Looks like bombard cannons, but do you want to go? No, what is that? Oh, battering rams getting produced. So we're going to see cap rams, possibly sea trams early on. This is interesting. What is JorDan going to do here? JorDan is adding in a third stable. Are we going to see Cavalier? Actually, that would be fun. JorDan's on the way up to Imperial Age. Cavalier would be such a bold move, such a ballsy move, but there's monks on the field. So, I guess not Cavalier, light cav. Scout cav production, light cav gonna come up, and Viper is going for cap rams, and he's doing the siege ram upgrade immediately. Wow, that's big. Going for the siege rams early on is beautiful because you're breaking in immediately. The cap rams are good. The siege rams will go through all of this. Now the thing is, Viper has 4 spearmen and nothing else, and I think he's going to be a little bit surprised about JorDan's choice to go for more light cav. Maybe JorDan was expecting a monk rush with this, with the fast Imperial Age, and was preparing for that. And there it is, the light cav moving in onto the siege rams. Let's see how many of those can survive. We have a few villages now moving towards the stone, and Viper is trying to get a few conversions in. He got rid of whatever that was, I guess the barracks, but the light cav should be able to take down these siege rams in almost no time. They don't have the biggest attack power ever. The siege rams, of course, are very vulnerable to melee attack, and it looks like Viper's first attack is going down to nothing. He's sending 2 more siege rams, but he doesn't have any more spearmen around, and he's going for his own knights here. Wow, that's interesting. Are we going to see Cavalier Paladin actually for the Byzantines? It's possible. It's not really the best option ever, but Cavalier upgrade done, and Viper has very decent resources. Looks like he's saving up for the Paladin upgrade actually. Now, yeah, JorDan going for crossbowmen, soon to be arbalest. That makes sense because in the long run, light cav is not your main army unless you're in post-Imperial Age and don't have any gold left. So it makes sense to transition into arbalest, possibly trebuchets later on with the Warwolf upgrade. And we do see JorDan patrolling the field. He can see the stables. Maybe he's expecting camels. He should for sure go for a few barracks and pikeman halberdier. Viper is actually doing the paladin upgrade. Going to see chemistry from JorDan, making those soon to be arbalest even stronger. That's crossbowmen for now. Only fletching done, but Botkin should be on the way, or maybe soon. Viper actually going with early Siege Ram, early Paladin. This is amazing. But villager-wise, I guess he's still behind. Oh yes, 119 to 85. That's 34 villagers difference. And JorDan is actually patrolling the back of Viper's base. He's probably awaiting some villagers that might move out to get a little bit of wood in the back here. Viper is also going with a few outposts. There's only one, and the villagers going down here. JorDan's taking the stone. Makes sense. If he can go to into longbowman production, that would be his dream. Longbowman's still a little bit better than Arbalest, and if you have enough of them, it's so tough to beat them. I remember Viper against MBL in Master Arena 3. Viper with the Britons against Celts from MBL, and Viper still was able to put off the elite longbowman domination, I want to call it. For now, we have Viper holding his paladin back. He's got quite a few of them in these stables. It's like at least, what was that, 14 now? Probably more. And JorDan is able to get a castle up. He's got the Arbalest now done, 6+3. That means he's missing Bracer upgrade, yeah, coming in now. And Ballistics also very important. I'm guessing there's going to be, yeah, it's only 2 siege rams and a trebuchet moving forward. Oh, that trebuchet is running into the light cav. They're standing around doing nothing, but they're blocking the archery range. They're on stand ground, I mentioned. A little bit of a mistake for JorDan, but Viper is also just moving forward. I guess they're busy somewhere else. Ooh, light cav going in. Maybe that's where the action is happening. And there's still 2 light cav patrolling. JorDan is finishing that stone here, not much left. Paladin's now moving in. And that's a little bit of a surprise attack, but I think JorDan should be able... No, it's actually not a surprise. He saw the stables. But JorDan should be prepared for that. Is he with Halberdiers already? No, pikeman upgrade on the way. He must have seen the stables. I'm not quite sure why he doesn't have pikemen prepared already. Going for standard infantry too. Maybe he was focusing on the Arbalest and those upgrades. Now siege rams again attacking the walls, and the paladins should go in. That castle might go down. The Arbalest cannot really do a lot against the siege rams, and that house is not going up. So that's one siege ram attacking the castle already. We should see trebuchets from Viper very soon, but no, I guess it went down, got destroyed eventually. We have paladins raiding the stone miners, and JorDan actually has to move back. Those Arbalest with only +1 defense. They are a very, very nice target for those paladins, even though they're missing attack upgrades. Paladins will still be able to do a lot of damage, and those Arbalest are actually moving towards the main TC here, where a lot of villagers garrisoned. Now we have the engagement between Arbalest and Paladin, but it looks like Viper is doing decent damage. Now this Halberdiers, very important. In the meantime, Viper is sending in more siege rams, and he's able to attack, and I'm pretty sure he's going to destroy that castle. What else is Viper going to do now? Because you cannot stay on Paladin in a 1v1. You cannot afford it. So I'm guessing he's going to transition into elite skirmishes now. Makes sense. Possibly Hussars, as he's got a lot of upgrades already. And that's a cataphract even. Ooh, beautiful. I don't think we're going to see elite cataphracts here, but it would be so beautiful to see elite cataphracts against elite longbowmen. Like, imagine that game. Nope, not going to happen. The siege rams moving forward. The castle went down. Archery range is under attack. But now there's the Halberdiers on the field, and as far as I know, Britons get fully upgraded Halberdiers, and then the Halbs plus Arbalest or Elite Longbowman behind it, and possibly trebuchets with Warwolf. That's a very, very decent composition on Arena. So I'm really curious to see how Viper is going to defend against this. I imagine Elite Skirmishes is the way to go, and Viper has the archery ranges. He's producing skirmishes. He's transitioning into Elite. He's also going to the castle in the middle, trying to get a hold of this gold. I like this idea. That extra gold in the middle is something that Viper would like to take. Of course, there's one more extra gold on the left hand side. JorDan is still patrolling here. I think Viper might run into those light cav later on with a few villagers. Now we have Halberdiers moving out as the siege rams now finally got destroyed, and it looks like JorDan has a little bit of an advantage here when it comes to the cost effectivity. Cost efficiency? Cost efficiency. Sorry for that. Because Halberdiers against Paladins, we know how in the long run this is going to end. And JorDan can easily produce more helps, and they are not really expensive. Of course, Viper could get them even cheaper. But Viper is still awaiting the numbers of elite skirmishes he needs. And JorDan, in the meantime, with the better economy, also has a lot more military units. Doesn't really look good for the Viper here. Interesting to see. JorDan seems to be really in good shape. There's the villagers moving out. A few light cav to attack them. I guess they're going to die now, and they're actually going in, which makes sense. Viper is getting the villagers into the TC, close to the castle, one cataphract to defend, and I'm pretty sure he's going to wall this off later on. In the meantime, we have JorDan with We stopped that castle, very important. He has 2 trebuchets, now he's going for his own castle in front of his base, and he is controlling the middle area where Viper has all these archer ranges. Light cav in the mix, that's really important to see, because light cav are going to be a decent counter to these elite skirmishers, and it looks like Viper is not getting his army numbers up. JorDan with a very nice advantage here, score-wise, economy-wise, military-wise. So let's see how Viper is trying to turn this around. It's going to be tough for him, even though he is the best arena player in the world still, at least officially, and probably factually as well. But how do you do fare against this? What do you do against a player who has triple the amount of army, more economy, more map control, can take the extra golds, and is gonna have the best trebuchets in the game, as well as the best archers in the game, because I'm still considering Elite Longbowmen the best archers in the game. Maybe you could argue for plumed archers for their cost. Not quite sure, are they better archers? Maybe you could argue for Genoese crossbowmen. No, I'm still going with longbowmen. Maybe I'm wrong here. That's my personal taste, I guess, or I'm forgetting something. Of course, veteran archers also strong. I'm still would go for longbows. And now we have the 4 trebuchets. They can hit every building here. They can destroy all the production that Viper has. Viper is trying to go with the counterattack, but it's one single siege ram. The archer range might go down, but JorDan is already there, using the light cav to get rid of that that siege ram. And he's also attacking the siege workshops, which is really important because siege ram production will be cut down to a minimum. There is still light cav in Viper space. Viper finally has a lumber camp here, and this is walled off, but JorDan has a pretty nice time in the middle. Arbalest and longbowmen, not elite yet, but we might see that a little bit later. Low resources for both players, makes sense. 42 minutes in, but they spend a lot already. Those trebuchets, they are really worth their cost, because look at this, Viper had a few military buildings here, a few more than just a few, and now they are melting one by one. It's not going to be easy to rebuild those. It costs a little bit. Viper has some wood in the bank for now. He's got 55 lumberjacks here on the right hand side. Imagine JorDan, and he's actually on the way here, going in and standing around with a few arbalests. Like in this corner, how many dead villagers will we see before Viper is going to realize he's under attack? I don't know. But for now, JorDan is concentrating in the middle of the map, wants to keep a secure game, wants to keep map control in the middle, wants to keep his trebuchet secure, and Viper is still not able to get that army number up. 22 military units, that's it. Viper has 1k8 gold in the bank, but what do you do? Do you go for Paladin? I think it would be a nice idea against these longbowmen. There's not too many halberdiers around, but a few of them are still alive. And what else is there to do? Arbalest? Against Britons Arbalest, you don't want to do that. Maybe Onagers. Onagers might be an option. Siege in general, Siege and Trash should be able to beat this, but Viper, well, 130 villagers. He is fully boomed. He has the economy that he needs. My laptop obviously has a hard time to keep up with the game, as you can see, but JorDan still with an advantage. 4 trebuchets and a lot of military units around it. Viper might lose this game very soon. I don't see him coming back easily. He's got gone for fortified walls, but there is now 1 longbowman. That's a single longbowman, but there's still going to be a few dead villagers. A watchtower coming up. I would love to see bomber towers here, not against the 4 traps, but in general that would be nice. I remember, I think it was MBL who played bomber towers with Byzantines, right? I think I casted this game. It's not been like too long ago. Should be this year, 2021. I don't remember who his opponent was, to be honest. I think it was Draken with the Burgundians. That was a beautiful game. Like this, JorDan is saying, hey, now I'm going on it just because you have elite skirmishers. I have the military numbers, I have the technology advantage, I have the 4 trebuchets that you cannot do anything against. How do you want to get close? And Viper is about to lose this game. Very interesting to see that JorDan with the Britons, a civilization that I don't really consider better in this 1v1, maybe equal, maybe slightly better. I'm not quite sure. I'm not an expert on this. Haven't never been, and now that there have been balance changes, I don't really know the civilizations too well. You need to play the game, I think, to know how good they are, or need to focus more on it, which I couldn't do in the last few weeks. Now, Viper going with the TC here. Britons obviously strong, and JorDan using their advantages to probably its full potential. There's a few elite skirmishes now moving forward, but what are they going to do? They're going to be able to maybe kill a few of those now elite longbowmen, only missing human, and those onagers, they're doing damage. Arbalest from Viper in the meantime, but they are melting down really fast, and the elite longbowmen will have a very nice time to kill the rest of those. Viper, I think, should be resigning very soon. Population-wise, he's on 140 and dropping, and he's actually not even waiting for the 100, for that number where you say, yeah, dropping below 100 is probably no really good game for me any longer. He's calling the game, JorDan winning a very impressive 1v1 on Arena, and I would love to see both of them compete in Master of Arena 6. Would be really nice. It could happen, it's not guaranteed at all. I hope you enjoyed this game. Hope you're going to I'm going to see a lot of viewers on Master of Arena 6. Of course, also you on my YouTube channel, but in general on AoE there hasn't been a really good, really great 1v1 arena tournament that is since Clown Cup, since like a year ago. Of course, we've seen Master of Socotra. In Clown Cup, the name says that yeah, it's not the most serious tournament. Master of Arena 5 was like 3 years ago, maybe. Is it that long? Probably that long. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you enjoyed this game. See you in the next ones.